Before our discussion, I looked up at the definition of capitalism, and it was that trade and enterprise are privately owned rather than state-owned. That was the first definition that I came across. And in a sense, again, this comes back to, so the difficulties are the partial understandings we get when we simply box things off into particular disciplines. Because whether things are state-owned or whether they're privately owned, and of course you've got a mix of those in virtually every economy, doesn't really get to the fundamental question of what an economy is and what an economy is for. And so if we talk about redefining capitalism, then it would have to bring into play questions like, what is the place of capitalism or economics within broader social systems, within the broader values of society? And so I was also thinking of when we talk about going beyond capitalism, are we in an era now with climate change and post-growth, that growth is pushing us to the destruction of the planet? And I don't know the answer to this question, but when, of those movements that are there, circular economy and feminist economics and so forth, which donut economics and so forth, which one of them is still within capitalism? So for example, something that John Kay has written a huge amount about the scale of financial capitalism. You can imagine measures that bring financial capitalism back down to a fraction of what it currently is. You could imagine measures that tackle the monopoly of global corporations. You can imagine a lot of measures that bring capitalism back more into accord with its relationship with democracy. But it would still be capitalism. And where do the arguments then, but maybe now at this moment that isn't enough. Maybe all of those measures that are huge in our minds and in economists' minds at the moment aren't enough, because you're still using up the planet's resources and you're still allowing inequalities and so forth. And so where does that argument, where do the current ideas move beyond capitalism to a new model of economics, or a new relationship? And I don't think it is. Again, I'm going to connect this to the system, not just economics. It's a new model of economics, and also a new relationship between economics and politics and gender and technology and other social systems. And to my mind, I was just thinking, I think we will have gone beyond capitalism whenever the wages of teachers or nurses are higher than those of investment bankers. So I'm not sure we're there yet.